when we do have these broods of floodwater mosquitoes coming off, they usually don't last very long. They're only designed to bite, get their blood meal, reproduce, and then they die. So they have a very short lifespan. Some of them less than a week. They just come off, bite, get their blood meal, produce their eggs, mate, whatever, and then they're dying. And then the next brood comes off. But just know that within a couple of days, their numbers will go down, even if we can't get out. So every time we get those big thunderstorms, just be thinking about that, and it's filling up all the ditches. But we're out there and we're treating as much as we can. We have roadside jeeps. We drive down where the standing water is in the ditches and spray a larvicide. So that helps too. So we just need it to dry out. Don't rain.
What we're doing with the smoke testing, we're checking for any infiltration, any broken pipes, any way that smoke may be getting into a home, any sewer gases that may be infiltrating the home, and if you have a broken pipe in the road, stuff like that. So you don't want to be driving down the street, you got a whole bunch of cave-ins and stuff in the road. So the smoke testing will help us find out where the bad spots at so we can repair them. We're going to be start at manhole 18. We're going to just work our way back out. We probably, for an area of this magnitude, we might do about 5 or 6 manholes because it blows for at least 3 to 4 streets. Okay. The smoke travels a mile. They're looking for any smoke that may be coming from the home that's outside the home. They may not have a plug, a seal-off plug, to stop any infiltration, any kind of water or sand or any dirt get into that lateral, that sewer lateral, which causes backups to the home. We just located a defect. We use a number system and a lettering system. Take a picture, you find out is a loose plug, missing plug, and what type of plug, so you could document it, keep track of what we're using out in the field and what we're taking from the storerooms. And then we also notify the customer if they have one missing on their side.
I mean, it helps customers to be aware of whether or not they got a problem inside the house. Got a lot of elderly people at home alone, and they don't know they're getting sewer gases in. So it helps them out too a lot. So we let them know what to do. It's a good thing. I love it.
We went into the home, we discovered that he had a smoke coming in from the wooden floors that he got installed in his bathroom. He needed a larger wax seal so that he wouldn't have that infiltrating the home. We need multiple people on the site. The more trucks we have, the more area we can cover. And that makes smoke testing go a whole lot quicker.
And it's true. The only thing that slows you down or stops you from moving forward and doing what you want to do is you.
We decided that there was a lot of kids in many of the neighborhoods that weren't necessarily wanting to go to college. They weren't academic, but nobody had ever shown them how to work with their hands. And so we provide opportunities with working with their hands, and whether it's repairing lawnmowers or changing oil in a car, and we give them those opportunities to get their grease under their nails and use some tools and ask questions and explore. And then we work on character. So we have character, confidence, and capability are our 3 C's for the 3 C's. So we're interspersing how to be people of character in the midst of getting their hands dirty, and it opens up just some amazing conversations for these kids.
You can kind of tell by the size of the bays and the size of the lifts that's in it. You know, we can't fit much more than cars and light trucks. We can look at data in a lot of different ways with this guy. We can pull it up and just express everything as a numerical value.
It's important to talk to the youth in the city. If you look at the nationwide, we have a shortage of about 76,000 automotive technicians each year. The military and the training academies are only putting out 37,000. So simple math, we got 39,000 technicians shortage that are not out there to replace the people that are retiring and the growing demand for the automotive and diesel technicians. So it's important to show our youth what's available, what the career path can look at, the excitement about working on a variety of different vehicles for the city to keep us operating and serving the citizens of Chesapeake. While they're here, we're going to show them the various shops that we have, the fire shop, the light side, and the heavy equipment shop. We're going to let them work on mounting some heavy tires for us to see how that equipment works, and just see what we're doing on a day-to-day basis here for the city of Chesapeake.
I like seeing this type of stuff because I'm a hands-on person. I like working with a whole bunch of things. I want to say it's going to be my career, but I just want to be able to know how to do this type of stuff just in case my car breaks down or I need to repair something.
The Elizabeth River Project is a local environmental nonprofit. We've been around since 1993. Our main goal is to restore the environmental health of the Elizabeth River through education and on-the-ground restoration projects, whether it's living shorelines, oyster reefs, and we do a lot of that through community partnerships. So many of those partnerships are with local businesses around the watershed and schools, but homes can get involved as well with our Riverstar Homes program. We have over 6,000 participants. It's a completely voluntary program where we give you a free Riverstar Homes flag for your yard, your garden, when you agree to do 7 things that help the health of your home river. So from cleaning up after your pets before it rains to keep that bacteria out of the river. Not feeding the geese is an important component of being a Riverstar home because they are a bacteria input just like pets can be on our local waterways. Feeding them encourages them to stay here rather than migrate, and we want them to migrate like the population naturally should in this area. We only want rain down the storm drains. So keep your grass clippings, keep any oil, grease that might be on your driveway out of those storm drains. Don't flush your medicines. HRSD doesn't have the ability to filter those out, so we don't want any of those leftover pharmaceuticals being put out into the river and potentially being taken up into the food chain with the fish that we want to essentially be able to eat out of the Elizabeth River. Avoid single-use plastics. That's a big one we always hear. Don't forget your grocery bags, your reusable water bottles, and try not to use those plastic ones when you go to the grocery store. Single-use plastic, you can throw it away. A lot of it can't be recycled, but when you throw it away, there is no away. It always goes somewhere. Here locally, we're seeing a lot of that marine debris, especially since the pandemic, masks, when we're doing our river cleanups. And a lot of times we're seeing the negative impacts for wildlife, especially our wading birds and fish, like our pelicans, our herons, that can often become entrapped in these tangle hazard single-use plastics. So you want to keep grease out of your sink. It's really important to wipe down any pans prior to cooking with fats, oils, grease, and throw that away rather than putting it down your sink. It can clog not only your pipes, but the city's pipes, and especially in storm events, we don't want to have clogs that create stormwater backflows or sewer backflows. The last thing you can do is reduce your fertilizer use. Fertilizer is one of those instances where more isn't necessarily better. Your yard can only take up to so much, and anything beyond that runs off into the river, feeding the algal blooms, and then is also a waste of your money that would probably be better served elsewhere. So the most important thing to do before you put down any fertilizer is to do a lawn soil test. So the local master gardeners can help you with that. Our Riverstar Homes program can help you with that. And that's one of the 7 steps of becoming a Riverstar home. Like I said, it's completely free. You don't have to live on the river to qualify because the watershed is a really big place. You can be miles away from the river and still have an effect on its health. So to sign up and get your free yard flag in the mail, please visit elizabethriver.org/Riverstar Homes, and we'll see you all guys on the river.